Hello, my name is Robbie Lewis. I'm a registered dietitian with St. Vincent's Wellness Services. I'm here today to talk to you about ways that you can consume foods that boost your brain and improve your memory. We can all use that, right? So today we're going to focus on three different categories. The first one is antioxidants. Where do we find our antioxidants? In our fruits and our vegetables. And did you know that every different color of fruit and vegetable that we can consume has different vitamins and minerals and provides a different function for our body? So you want to make sure you have a colorful plate of your fruits and your vegetables throughout the day. So first of all, let's focus on our berries. Berries are super abundant in their color as well as their nutrients. We have strawberries and blueberries. They are now in season. You can get them at your farmers markets. You can get them at the grocery store, and they're not as expensive right now. So what you can do is trim your strawberries. You don't even have to wash your blueberries, but pop them into a Ziploc freezer bag and throw them in the freezer, and you can enjoy them year-round. So enjoy your berries. 1 cup is a serving size. You need at least 2 to 3 cups of your fruit every day in order to meet your fruit consumption guidelines. All right. What about our vegetables? Our cruciferous vegetables have been shown to have the most benefit to our bodies. So that's going to be our cauliflower, our broccoli, our cabbages, Brussels sprouts, our mustard greens, collard greens, lettuces, leaves is what I was going to say. So make sure that you have at least one of those every day. And you could even have a couple of servings each day. So broccoli is one that I had on hand. I've also got my red cabbage. You do not have to have it raw. You can cook it however it works best for you. Look up some recipes. You can go to heart.org, to the American Heart Association's website, and they have a lot of good recipes out there. I always go for what has vegetables in it so that I can get more vegetables in each day. What about your leafy greens? So kale is our biggest superfood when it comes to leafy greens. What I like about kale is that there's a few different ways that you can serve it. You can take off the leaves, toss it into a bowl, sprinkle it with a little bit of olive oil, maybe some garlic powder and some salt. Lay it out on a pan, and in the oven at about 375 to 400 degrees, you can roast your kale leaves or make kale chips. Delicious. So it takes about 15-20 minutes. You might have to turn them and put them in for another 10 minutes after that, depending on your settings of your oven. But that's a wonderful way to have your kale. Also, you can peel off the leaves and leave the stem behind. Peel off your leaves and just saute it in a little bit of olive oil and just get them wilted. They are pretty firm. Kale's pretty firm. So is Swiss chard. So you can squeeze your greens, and that's going to break some of those fibers and actually make it a little bit easier to wilt when you're cooking them. I wouldn't do that prior to kale chips, but you can do that prior to any other cooking of these thicker greens. And when you have your stems left over, I use them like celery. So I'll add them to a casserole or a soup if I'm making those. Or you can just snack on them, dip them in your favorite low-fat ranch dressing, and they're edible too. So don't throw those away. They carry almost as much as the leaves do as an antioxidant. So make sure that you're trying your kale if you haven't already, or if you're eating it maybe a couple of times a week. You can break little pieces of baby kale and add it in with some lettuces for your salads. Any of your leafy greens, I like the red leaf, I like the green leaf, I like to get a variety. Spinaches are going to give you a lot of vitamins and minerals. And did you know that it's really important to have your salad dressing on your leaves? I always call it leaves. On your greens, so that you can absorb the fat-soluble vitamins that are in our greens. So your vitamins A, D, E, and K are found in our leafy greens. And so the oils in or the fats in your salad dressing actually help to absorb those vitamins and transport them and store them in the body. So everything has a purpose except for a honey bun. Honey bun doesn't have a purpose. So tastes good, but that's about it. All right. So Along with our antioxidants, we want to make sure that at least twice a week we have a fatty fish of some sort. Now, not everybody eats fish, so if you are anti-fish, then make sure that you look into an omega-3 supplement. Talk to your doctor first, make sure that it's okay with the medications you might be taking, that you start one of those. But I like my canned salmon. It stays in my pantry, always there. I can make salmon patties out of it or salmon salad, kind of like tuna salad. And that way I'm getting my omega-3 fatty acids from it, which help reduce inflammation, preserve the brain, and preserve our memory. We all need that, right? Tuna is another option. It's a little bit less expensive. And if you're really watching the pocketbook, you can even go to the dollar store and get sardines or canned herring. And those are great sources of omega-3 as well. So find one of these that works well for you. I like, my favorite is the skinless, boneless sardines. I've never tried sardines until I went to Costco, and they gave me a sample of sardines on a cracker, and I was like, that tastes like salmon or it tastes like tuna. It all kind of tastes the same to me, but I know the benefits of it. So you can eat it on a cracker. You can even add it to a salad. So here's my superfood salad right here, because I've got my leafy greens. I added a little bit of cucumber. I've got a little bit of nuts for my monounsaturated healthy fats. And I've got my my berries, and then here's my sardines. I just put about half of a can on there, and then I'll blend all that up with my vinaigrette salad dressing that I make at home. But any salad dressing is going to have a little bit of fat to it, and that's what you need to absorb everything. So find different ways. Here are some ideas. You can also add your fatty fish to your eggs if you're making an omelet, or you can make a frittata. So be creative, look up some recipes and see what you can do. The last category is coffee and tea. Hooray! I know everybody's probably happy I said that. But coffee and teas, it's the tannins in them, not the sugar that you add or the milk that you might add. But it is the tannins in the coffee and tea has been found to boost our brain health. So having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or two each day is definitely an okay thing. Just watch how much sugar you have added. So thank you for taking the time and for listening, and hopefully you've learned at least one thing that you can apply to your day-to-day to help boost your brain health and your memory, improve your memory, and also reduce your risk for dementia and Alzheimer's. Thank you. Robbie Lewis, St. Vincent's Wellness Services. Have a great day.